In the heart of the north, where fjords carved scars into the land and the wind whispered ancient sagas, lived a Viking named Eirik Stormborn. He wasn't the tallest warrior in his tribe, nor the loudest. But when the wind howled across the icy waters, his name carried farther than thunder. While others burned with battle rage, Eirik was a frozen lake, calm and deep. While others rushed blindly into the fray, he was the steady mountain, unmoving. His people trusted him, not because he chased glory, but because he was the one who stood when all others fell. One winter night, the sky bled green fire as the aurora danced its spectral ballet. A cold dread settled over the village. Eirik felt it in his bones. The ravens screamed from the ancient pines, a chorus of warning. The sea itself seemed to hold its breath, pulling back from the shore in silent fear. Then, from the swirling, frozen mist, they came, the Iron Skulls, a ruthless clan, infamous for leaving only ash and sorrow in their wake. Their reputation preceded them, and panic, like fire on dry wood, ignited among the tribe. Warriors scrambled for their axes, mothers clutched their children, and the air grew thick with terror. But then, a single figure stepped forward, Eirik Stormborn. He planted his great round shield firmly into the snow, the sound a dull thud that cut through the rising chaos. His voice, though quiet, resonated with the strength of the earth itself. "We do not run," he said. "This land remembers our footsteps. It has felt the weight of our ancestors. Tonight, it will remember our courage." The words were not a battle cry, but a statement of fact, a promise whispered to the spirits of the north. His calm was a shield in itself, and it spread through the ranks, quenching the flames of fear. When the Iron Skulls charged, they expected to find a terrified mob, easy to scatter and slaughter. They expected screams and chaos. Instead, they met a wall. A shield wall, with Eirik at its very center. He fought at the front, his shield an unbroken bastion, his movements precise and economical. He did not roar like a berserker. He endured. Each savage blow he blocked was a life saved behind him. Each time his axe struck, it was not with hatred, but with a cold, unwavering sense of duty. He fought like the mountain he embodied, silent, immovable, inevitable. He was the anchor holding his people to the world of the living. The chief of the Iron Skulls, a giant of a man draped in furs and malice, saw Eirik as the linchpin. Laughing, certain of an easy victory, he charged straight for him. "You face your end, little man," he bellowed. Eirik met him head-on, a force of nature colliding with a storm. Steel clashed against steel, sparks flying like angry fireflies in the frigid air. The duel was a blur of motion and sound, but at its heart was a profound stillness. In a final, decisive moment, with a move faster than the eye could follow, Eirik disarmed the chief. Before the giant could react, Eirik drove the boss of his shield hard into the man's chest, sending him crashing backward into the deep snow, defeated. With their leader fallen, the spirit of the Iron Skulls broke. Their bloodlust turned to terror, and they fled back into the darkness from which they came, swallowed by the mist. As dawn broke, painting the snow-covered village in hues of pink and gold, the tribe was still standing. They were alive. They gathered around Eirik, their cheers echoing across the fjord, calling him a hero, a savior. But Eirik simply nodded, wiping the blood of his enemies from the face of his trusted shield. "I did what had to be done," he said, his voice as quiet as ever. But from that day on, the elders would whisper to the children that as long as Eirik Stormborn stood guard, no shadow would ever claim their home. And as the sun rose higher, it seemed the north itself agreed. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tale from the sagas, be sure to like and subscribe for more stories.